Picture this. In a studio somewhere far, far away.
You bugger.
Picture this. Picture this.
The Mary Whitehouse Experience. This week, the question on everyone's lips is, of course, why does Robert Smith of The Cure always get Stevie Wonder to put his lipstick on?
Britain's schools are seldom out of the news. Only last week, a new report showed a sharp decline in the standard of Reading. This may be connected to the alarming shortage of teachers, who are so badly paid that large numbers of them are leaving to go into better paid professions, such as nursing or doing a paper round. Maths teachers are in particularly short supply. This is because they are able to work out exactly how poor they're going to be. Small wonder that in recent years we have seen the increasing threat of an all-out strike by teachers.
What do we want? 12%! How do we get it?
We divide the whole sum by 100 and multiply by 12 to give the percentage. Now get on with exercise 4 on page 130.
The situation is getting worse. The government's idea of a teacher's shortage is when the House of Commons bar runs out of whiskey. The media also traditionally finds teachers difficult to deal with.
Here at the National Conference, I have with me Giles Garrett from the NUT. So, Mr. Garrett, have you and your colleagues definitely decided to go on strike, or do you hold out hopes of arbitration?
Is the cameraman chewing? Are you chewing? Well, someone is. Right, come on, or the entire camera crew will stay here. I've got plenty of time.
One thing I've noticed about teachers is that they've always got names like Mr. Pratt or Miss Shufflebottom, right? And this is because they're the kind of people who think, oh yeah, I'll go into teaching. There's a profession in which my name will escape ridicule. Worse still, there's always one chummy teacher who thinks he knows what his nickname is and will talk about it to your dad at a parent-teacher association function.
Well, my name's Morse, so they call me Inspector. Could be worse, I suppose.
Oh, I see. It must be some other Morse my son calls Mr. Embryo Head, then.
There was also always one teacher you were a bit scared of, although you never knew quite why.
I'm afraid Hutchinson has not done his homework. What a pity. We do not tolerate failure in this organisation.
Kenneth Clark there. At school, the most important thing, though, is the rules, and even minor misdemeanours are always treated very seriously.
Tonight we begin with a highly dangerous crime which has shown an alarming increase in recent weeks. The scene, the corridor outside the staff room. Last Thursday morning, on their way to French, 2 third-years were spotted running. Our hidden surveillance cameras also spotted this boy graffitiing the word bollocks on the side of a fellow pupil's Adidas bag. He is also wanted on 2 counts of writing Mr. Hinchcliffe is a bender on the laboratory benches and for failing to sew his name tag on the outside of his gym shorts. Here with me is Chief Superintendent Marsh of the Regional Crime Squad. This really is an alarming sequence of crimes, is it not?
Well, yes, indeed. This is very, very serious. We may, of course, be sitting on a time bomb. However, we are very heartened. We've had a number of calls in concerning the talking in assembly and the wearing of grey V-neck sweaters with a higher acrylic wool mix than is specified in regulations.
I understand you also have the treasure trove of confiscated school items to show us.
Yes, indeed. In the treasure trove this week, we have several pencil cases. Someone might recognise this distinctive ink blot down here at the bottom. A Super Ball, and this rather old and dog-eared copy of Mayfair. Oh no, that's mine.
Aside from academic work, you also get to do games. This means getting undressed in front of a lot of people of the same sex. And in the case of boys, This means having to cope with the fact that one of the other boys will be prodigiously developed. Not just for a young boy, but for a mammoth. Also, at my school, if you had forgotten your swimming kit, they made you do it in the nuddy. Now, honestly, school is supposed to be a preparation for life. Ron Pickering.
And a setback for Britain's Duncan Goodhue in the 100 metres butterfly final. He's forgotten his trunks. And the Olympic Federation have ruled that he's got to do it in the nutty.
Imagine if they extended this regulation.
There was uproar in the Commons today when Chancellor Norman Lamont arrived for his budget speech without his briefcase, so we had to do it in the nutty. The Speaker said it was the worst thing he'd ever seen in the House of Commons.
The school changing room atmosphere is something that some men carry on into later life. You see businessmen after squash talking with complete equanimity about business, as if they were both not in the nuddy. For some people, this is why a career in business is frankly impossible.
Well, Rob, great game, good shower. Now, I say we should go with Bolivian zinc. There's been a lot of movement on Wall Street, and it looks to me like the whole damn thing could be a winner. What do you say?
I can see you're fishy. I can get between my legs and do an impression of a girl.
I see. I can offer you a good job at Polly Peck.
Now, Essex police would like information concerning a particularly gruesome murder after the body of Mr. Armitage Stepaniak of Kentish Town was found in 2 black bin liners. His head had been cut off and a pigeon stuffed in his mouth. If you know anything at all about this murder, please phone the Crime Stoppers number and you could win a Community Action Trust reward. Which brings us to good news. This week's Community Action Trust reward for information leading to the arrest of an East End gang boss goes to a Mr. Armitage Stepaniak of Kentish Town. Congratulations.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the Happy Mondays?
Yippee, yippee, yay, yay, yeah. Don't you think I look like Peter Beardsley?
Excuse me, what do I pay you for exactly?